Now doesn't that look good? This dish is called chicken piccata. It's a simple dish. You can make it on top of the stove and it will take you under 15 minutes usually in the cooking time. Now there's a little bit of prep time, so you might want to figure a total of 20 to 25 minutes total time to prepare this gorgeous dish. It is not hard to do. Please watch this video and you're going to get a great lesson on how to make a superb dish. Hello, welcome back to Texas Cooking Today. Today we are going to be preparing a chicken piccata. Now chicken piccata is just a wonderful Italian dish, and you can also do this with veal. You can make a veal piccata. The chicken breast that we have here, we're going to take this and we're going to beat it down until it's nice and thin, and that will help it to hold a nice flat shape, cook more evenly, and it just makes a little bit better presentation when we're finished with it. In addition to the chicken breast, when we're frying this up in olive oil, we're going to bread it first, but we're also going to make a sauce afterwards, and we're going to be using some capers, and I have one shallot that's been chopped, a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice, and a white wine. In this case I'm going to use a Pinot Grigio. Now that's about all it takes to make a chicken piccata or a veal piccata, so this works for either one. And we'll get into it as far as how to do all this right now. Now, let's take our chicken breast and place it inside of a simple Ziploc bag. And you'll see the importance of this in just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to take this plate, set it aside. We'll reuse that once again. Now, chicken breast. I need to make this a little bit thinner, okay, and I want to make it so that it will cook evenly. I don't want thin spots and thick spots and have to go through the mess of having a dry spot and something that's a little undercooked or a little too juicy or whatever. So what we do is we take something, they make meat mallets for this. You can beat it down with a meat mallet. You can actually use your fist. You can do that. Or take a pan, like a small skillet. And I don't use it flat, I use mostly this area back here and use a rolling motion as I hit it. Alright, we're just about there. Looks good. There we go. Let's take our plate. We're going to transfer this back to the plate. Do not throw away the Ziploc just yet. We're going to use it one more time. There we go. Now we want to go ahead and season our breast. Let's put a little bit of salt on this. And we want some black pepper on it. There we go. I'm going to turn that over. We'll do the back side. If you notice, this helps keep the place a little clean. When you have the bag there, you can put your tongs in. There we go. Let's place the breast back in our bag. Take the flour that we had sitting out. Dust one side, turn it over, dust the other side, and place the rest of the flour in there. And that was about 1/3 of a cup. a little more flour than I actually needed. Alright, now that I have it in my bag, I can simply shake this to get it coated all the way around. Doesn't have to be pretty. There. I want to leave that in the bag until it's time to cook it. Now let's go over to our stove. I have a fry pan. It is now sitting over high heat. I'm just now lowering this to a medium high. There we go. Now, I've always said never cook with any wine that you would not drink. So, pair your meal with a wine that you would like to have with it. I'm going to have some of that Pinot Grigio. Now, my pan is heating up nicely. I want to go ahead and hit it with a little bit of olive oil. There we go. Now, take your chicken breast. Let's pull it right out of that package. Put it into the oil and let it cook. Now we're just going to go ahead and keep videoing this all the way through this cook because this does not take very long. I'm going to want something to place my cutlet on while I am doing the sauce. There we go. Putting out a beautiful aroma. Now, extra flour that you get down into the oil, that's perfectly fine. It's a good thing. Don't worry about that at all. It's actually going to become part of our sauce. That beautiful golden brown. I'll do this on both sides, then we're going to remove the cutlet, make our sauce, and we'll be close to having it finished at that point. Looking a bit dry on that pan. Burning on that edge there, I'm going to pull that out. Now, taking my meat out, we're going to start with our sauce. Lemon, wine, there we go. Let's bring that up to a boil. Now at this point, if you'd like to add a little bit of butter, feel free to do that. On this particular one, I am not going to do it. We're going to show you the heart-healthy way to do it. Let's put these capers, our shallots, I want to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to return my cutlet to this. The cutlet has not finished cooking. It is only partially cooked. Right now it is about 60 to 70% cooked. A bit pink in the middle. Well, starting to come up in temperature. Now this is a wonderful dish that I would recommend serving with a side, like maybe some spaghetti that has been tossed with garlic and olive oil. That would be a very traditional way of putting it together. It's also nice with a little side salad. Consider some fresh garden vegetables, maybe grilled vegetables with it. Place my cutlet right here. I want to partially cover that. I want to leave it cocked to the side, and then I want to lower the temperature to a medium-low and let it sit there and cook off the alcohol and reduce that sauce just a little bit so it'll thicken. At that point, our breast will be fully cooked and the whole thing is ready to go. As you can see, this is a dish that does not take very long at all. Looking just heavenly. Now, I have a thing about using tongs that I handled raw meat with to serve something up with. So I like to use a set of fresh tongs when it comes to doing that. Now, we can check our breast for doneness with a feel test. See how I'm poking it? How firm that breast is will tell me whether it is fully cooked or not. This is something that takes time for you to acquire, okay? So if you're not used to doing this, you want to do a feel test occasionally on meats, and then take a look inside, a little peek inside occasionally just to see where it's at. And that way you get a good idea of what is what. Now, there are different ways of telling with beef steak, but with chicken breast, it's not a lot different. The hand method is commonly used. This area of the hand right here between the finger and the thumb where it's really soft, you can squeeze this, and when your hand is relaxed, that is raw. Now, if you close it but don't form a tight fist and push in on this, that is about a medium. And if you tighten your fist, that is well done. Okay? That is one of the better ways to tell. There's other methods, but generally that is about the feel of it. And once you start practicing, you'll see exactly what I mean. Set this aside. It will finish cooking. My sauce is finishing an introduction. There's a beautiful color on that sauce. Now, while I did season my meat earlier, I have put no salt in this sauce. I'm going to put just a little bit in there, not much, just a few grains, as the capers have a great deal of sodium in them. And I find a little natural sea salt helps to bring out that flavor just a little bit better. I think we're about there. Now we're going to take our chicken breast, put it on a plate, and very gently I'm going to take this sauce. You can spoon this or pour this over the top. Now, I want to decorate that just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, folks, that's it right there. I need to clean my plate up a bit for presentation, but that is chicken piccata. Thank you for watching the show. Give this recipe a try and let me know what you think about it. Well, now I have finished up, and I think it's time that I get a taste of this little treat right here. So let me dig out some utensils to enjoy this with. Alright. Now, simple chicken piccata. Look at the cook on this meat. It's absolutely perfect. It's juicy, it's tender. And I always like to get some of these capers with it. And that lemony wine sauce. Oh, yes. Oh, let me tell you. Wait till you try this. It's one of my favorites because the flavors just marry so beautifully. I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. Hey, good luck on yours. Let me know how it comes out, okay? Thank you for watching Texas Cooking Today, the show where you can get great recipes and the best techniques are taught. Please subscribe to Texas Cooking Today, where you will always find something hot and ready to eat.